KU fans, welcome back to Allen Fieldhouse for another round of KU Sports Extra, and we're on these weird stairs in this weird corner because we couldn't find a quiet space to do this.
It's so loud in here, even hours after the game is over.
Yeah.
It's a raucous venue.
This building has a soul, I've heard, and it's designed to torment us on certain nights. But we are here after KU tormented South Dakota. 89-53 was the final score. KU finally got that blowout win that they were looking for. Just because the final score says that, though, I don't think it was necessarily as comfortable and sort of relaxing as people had hoped. This was a dogfight and a pretty ugly game in the first half.
Yeah, KU jumped out like 9-0 right off the bat,
right.
And you thought, okay, it's going to be one of these nights. And then everything just slowed down. No flow to the offense. Nobody creating for
right.
teammates. What were three assists in the first half?
3, yeah.
Something that Bill Self brought up at halftime. And then in the second half, after I think it was like a 7-point lead, so it still seemed like, all right, maybe kind of a ho-hum game, nothing to get excited about. But then they turned a corner, started moving the ball better, started getting the ball inside and kicking out for three-pointers. Charlie Moore knocks down 6.
And they got out in transition too. That was so huge. Their defense was pretty good in the second half. Really just suffocated South Dakota, and that led to a lot of transition buckets. I thought by far the coolest thing was David McCormick's big night. He played 17 minutes. I knew he played a lot more than the 4 or 5 that he's been getting, in spot duty. I didn't know it was 17 though. That's like real minutes, and the guy took advantage of it.
Yeah. How many times have we seen him come in and just, play as hard as he can for like 2 or 3 minutes, and then you literally don't see him on the floor the rest of the game just because they haven't been in a lot of situations where they can give him minutes, and just because he's not so far along yet at this point. Maybe tonight's the night that he kind of turns the corner.
Yeah.
And, all right, I've proven to myself I can actually be productive. I've always played with high energy. Now I've shown that I can actually score and do some things other than just come in and play sped up.
Sure. Yeah, I think that was the perfect night for him to do that. Perfect opponent for him to do that. Dedrick Blossom was great again. 16 points, 14 rebounds, another double-double. None of it loud, none of it spectacular, but that's him. So you take the double-double and you take it to the bank and you enjoy that. Legero Vic, 12 points, nothing spectacular though. He had a couple of threes maybe and kind of was able to take the night off because that bench did so well tonight producing. McCormick had 12, Moore had 18. Mitch Lightfoot was great. I thought I put him second in the ratings, and I thought he deserved it because I thought he was the best player on their team in the first half. Really helped keep them somewhat under control in what was really just an ugly half. What's your final takeaway from this game? I mean, again, it was right after the Villanova game, so you couldn't expect the same sort of energy, effort, atmosphere, intensity that you would get against the defending national champs.
Right.
But in the first half, it was ugly, and then I think they saved it in the second half.
Yeah, and I like the way that they kind of became more of a dishing offense.
Yeah.
I mean, I think against Villanova, they actually had more turnovers than assists.
Yeah.
And they were kind of on that track tonight, too, but I think a couple guys with at least 5 assists.
Yeah, Garrett and Dotson had 5 each.
Yeah,
and
Moore had 4.
Moore had 4, which is great for a guy who's shooting 6 of 9 from three-point range to also be willing to pass it.
Right.
And not just keep shooting, because if you're that hot, you want to just keep shooting it. So a good effort, not anything spectacular. Certainly things they'll look at and go, that wasn't too pretty. But you get out of here with a 36-point win, and it's a good reminder of keeping their attention ahead of this true road game on Saturday at Arizona State. So that one will be interesting, and then there's only one non-conference game after that. But KU's 10-0. I mean, that's what it comes down to. The first time since 2010, 2011 that they've been 10-0. You can't take that lightly. This is a program that wins and wins and wins and wins, and you just expect things like this. But it's been a long time since 2010-11. So for them to start 10-0 with this kind of team and things not even fully clicking yet, I think that's a really good sign of where they're at, and I think the ceiling is still remarkably high.
Yeah, they're still nowhere near the ceiling.
Nowhere.
And, I mean, this is probably a team that no one really expected to start 10-0.
Right. Especially with this schedule.
Yeah. So they're off to a great start. And there's no denying that. It's not always pretty, but it's effective.
Well said. For KU Sports Extra and for Benton Smith, I'm Matt Tate. Thanks for checking out this episode. We'll talk to you guys again real soon. Happy holidays.